With the slow change in weather as we move towards cold mornings, I started to crave more and more hearty meal. Ghugni is one of the most popular Bengali snack, which you can even find in Kolkata street food. It is prepared in different style, and this time I made it with ground chicken. Served with puffed luchi, we turned it into an indulging weekend brunch. The dish is prepared using whole yellow peas or holud motor as we call it in Bengali. You soak it overnight and it puffs beautifully, almost doubling in size. The peas cooks very quickly and I prefer to boil it in a pan instead of pressure cooker just so I can keep an eye on it as it cooks, because I want the peas to soften but also retain shape. Bengalis love potatoes, especially when it comes to comfort food. Slice the potatoes into tiny bite size so it kind of matches with the size of the peas. You can make this dish without onion, garlic as a pure vegetarian option, but I added chicken here, so onion was not optional for me. I blended the garlic, ginger and green chili. Also, I used very less chili here since my son cannot eat a very spicy food, so I added just one green chili. If you don't have a fresh tomatoes at home, you can use canned tomatoes too, but don't overdo the amount of tomatoes as you don't want it to change the color of the dish. The gravy is not exactly tomato based, so don't add a lot of tomatoes in this dish. Like most Bengali dishes, chicken ghugni is prepared in mustard oil. You can, however, use vegetable oil too. Bengali 5 spice, which is pach foron, and a couple bay leaves is added once the oil heats up properly. And now once you hear the spice splattering, drop the ginger and garlic and chili paste and cook it for a while. Next, you scatter the onion, season with salt and let it soften down a little. Based on how much time I have in hand, some days I fry the potatoes separately and then add it later in the ghugni. And some days, like today, I add it after the onion softens a little and let it cook together along with the onions. While the onion and potato cooks, make a spice paste by adding water to this regular Indian ground spices. Making a spice paste with water will ensure that the spices will not burn when you add in the hot pan. It actually mixes very evenly with the onion and potatoes and creates a very beautiful color. Now add the ground meat and stir it around to break it down. Then add the tomatoes, season with salt, a little bit of sugar, and then cover the pan for a while for the tomatoes to soften and the chicken to cook. Finally, add the boiled yellow peas, stir it around. Add little water to make the runny gravy. At this stage, based on how much spice you want, you can add a few green chili split in half. It will not only add heat but also add a beautiful flavor. And then cover and let it simmer for a while so the flavor blends. The yellow peas soaks up all the spices, and overall it will just come together into a beautiful consistency. Finally, sprinkle some Bengali garam masala and cook for a few more minutes. At this point, also check for salt and add more if needed. Ghugni can be served in different ways. You can turn it into a chaat. You can enjoy it with some fresh buns like dinner rolls or pav. But my favorite is with luchi, few raw onions on the side and slices of cucumber. Hope you enjoyed the video and will give this dish a try. The written recipe link is mentioned in the description below. Stay tuned for another tasty dish next week.